Hello and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Lunch with Lisa. Today, we are going to be talking about expect healing. We have all been taught to expect disease. It's advertised everywhere. We are taught about it since childhood. We see it all around us. And we're basically told that it's inevitable. But is it? What if we started expecting healing? What if we started expecting our bodies to heal themselves? Because as it turns out, that's actually the divine design. Our bodies are designed to heal themselves, but we can't expect them to stay healthy when we're expecting disease. You say, no, Lisa, I don't expect disease. I'm doing everything I can to prevent that. I'm doing all the right things. So I'm going to prevent that. You're still focused on disease. We have to start to shift our consciousness. We are creators. This is who and what we are. But we create what we expect. And we're just simply shown disease everywhere. Commercials on TV, news stories, social media, all kinds of places. Going to the doctor to check out, to find out, do I have some? Is there something hiding inside that's going to come out and get me? When we are able to keep ourselves in a happy state of being, we are able to create health. It's when we fall out of alignment with the truth of who we are, when we lose sight of the divine design, when we start to believe that we are who we are not. You see, we are these grand beings of light. We are souls, first and foremost, created in the likeness and image of the Creator itself. We are creators. We are divine. And that is a very, very high vibrational state of being. It is the state of being in oneness with all of creation, in oneness with life itself. But here on this planet, we live in a very distorted, dystopian society of, rules and regulations and, all kinds of manipulation and control. And we fall out of our divinity. We forget that we are divine beings because we're not treated as sacred. We're not treated as if we are divine. We are not treated as if we have infinite intelligence. We're treated like cattle. We're treated like commodities. And when we're being treated like cattle and commodities and just told what to do, when to do it, we start to lose confidence in ourselves. We start to lose sight of who we are. Our vision gets very blurred. And we fall out of resonance with our divine frequency. And then we just simply create distortion. We create from fear and doubt and worry and guilt and shame and blame and anger and frustration and anxiety. And we cannot expect health from those frequencies. It's not possible. It's not possible to remain vibrant, vital, radiant, and alive with those frequencies. But that's what we're taught to expect. We're taught to expect struggle, expect aging, expect death, expect the next disaster, and expect disease. So then we create all of those things that we have been taught to expect. But once we understand that we are grand beings of light and we can create anything we desire, it's in our best interest to start expecting better. Start expecting health. If your health has degraded, as the vast majority of the planets has, mine certainly did. But we can heal that. We can bring ourselves back into alignment with the truth of who we are. And that's where the healing is. It's where healing happens every single time. It doesn't come from a pill. It doesn't come from fancy treatments. This is why they always say, they use the word remission. Remission and healing are two completely different things. Healing, you heal and you're done with it and you move on. Remission means just simply waiting for it to come back again. When I found myself facing cancer, I had zero interest in remission. I didn't want it to come back ever again. I didn't want that in my reality in any way, shape, or form. So I decided that I would remove it from my reality. I decided that there was no way that was going to become my reality. It had already become part of my reality, but I was very clear that it was not going to remain. So I decided to get rid of it once and for all. At the time, I really didn't even know how I was going to do that. But you see, this is the nature of being a grand being of light. We all have this ability, but we have to tune in. We have to look inside for the answers. Our connection to source, to prime creator, to divine intelligence is inside. We're not going to get it from out there. When we go inside, we can connect to source and we can get direct answers. So I started to ask, what do I need to know about this in order to get rid of it forever? What's it going to take? What do I need to know in order for this to change? And I sat in that question every single day until I received my answer. And when I received my answer, it came directly from source. It was plain as day, clear as a bell. And it was, hey, Lisa, your body's not being attacked by some killer disease. Your body is responding exactly as it is designed to respond, given the emotional input of negative energy you are providing. I was providing fear and shame and doubt and worry, and I'm not enough and I'm not okay and there's got to be something wrong with me. And so it was. So I decided to start trusting my body. It was clear that that was the case. So I started cleaning up my emotional environment. I started cleaning up my energy bodies. I started clearing out my energy field of fear, doubt, anxiety, worry, frustration, anger, resentment, all of those things that had gotten deposited in my energy field from the external world. None of it was mine, but I was walking around with it. I was carrying it because I had never been taught how to clear my energy field. My route to healing was I learned how to clear my energy field. I took some classes on learning how to alchemize energy, how to change fear back into love, how to change any of the negative frequencies back into the divine frequencies of love. And once I understood that there was nothing wrong with my body, I started to expect healing. And I expected nothing less than full healing. And that's what happened. There are still things that I am healing in my body, but they're healing. And I expect full rejuvenation in anything that is still out of balance. And that's what I am creating. And you have this ability too. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing unique. We all have this ability. But we've all been taught not to use it. We have all been taught that we have to trust the experts, ask the teacher, follow the doctor, do, right? We've been taught to give away our power. We have been taught not to connect to divine intelligence, not to be one with the divine. So then we separate ourselves. And we put the divine up here somewhere that maybe we go there after we die. Heaven on earth, somewhere later. We don't want to go there. You know, I want to stay alive. I don't want to go to heaven now. Well, guess what? We can create heaven on earth right here, right now, in these physical bodies. But we have to start expecting it. And we have to start expecting ourselves to live in oneness with that vision. We have to start expecting far, far better than we are expecting now. We have to start expecting greatness. We have to start expecting to live in peace and harmony. And it has to start right here with us first. You can't expect the external world to be at peace when you are not in peace, because the external world is a reflection of the internal world. Are you allowing the external world to inform you? To form you from the inside out? Are you just following the programming? Just doing what's expected of you? Because that just simply leads exactly where the programming wants you to go. It doesn't lead to a vibrant, healthy, happy life. That has to come from inside. And you are the only one that can create that for yourself. You will never find it in the external world until you create it for yourself inside first. And when you create that for yourself and you start expecting better from yourself and for yourself, you start to up level. You start to bring yourself back into harmony with the truth of who you are. And life starts to become easy, happy, free flowing. And healing happens. It's the natural byproduct of bringing yourself into a state of internal peace and happiness. It doesn't come from a pill. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that to people. But I will keep saying it until it is understood. Because I want to see a disease-free society by 2035. That's my mission. That's my goal. That's what I expect. Because it's completely clear to me how we do that. Does that mean there are no physical symptoms ever and everybody's just absolutely, totally radiant and healthy all the time? No. But it also means we don't live in fear of diseases because we start to realize there is no such thing. Disease is the illusion. What our physical bodies do, they do in support of us. When we are in emotional turmoil, the body responds. The body changes itself to help us through those times of emotional turmoil. It's up to us to mitigate the turmoil. Then the healing happens. But the healing looks like, it can look like pain, it can look like vomit, it can look like fever, it can look like coughing, congestion, all different kinds of ways that healing happens. And what the medical model called disease, I call healing. And anybody that knows about the 5 biological laws, they also call that healing. And the ones that call that healing experience healing. And the ones that call that disease experience disease. So which one are you going to expect? Are you going to expect healing or are you going to expect disease? The one you expect is the one you will experience. And they are mutually exclusive. We cannot continue to believe in disease and expect to live radiantly healthy, happy lives. Simply not going to happen. Disease is part of the false matrix. It's part of the illusion. When we bring ourselves back into alignment with the divine design, when we start clearing away the illusions, health just is. It's the byproduct of being in alignment internally with the truth of who we are. So today I ask, are you willing to stop expecting disease, death, and aging? And are you willing to start expecting radiant health, rejuvenation, happiness, peace? Are you willing to expect better? This is my invitation to you. I hope this was helpful. I'm Lisa Warner. I'm the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. This is the book that I wrote after I healed myself, when I started to change my expectations of my body. When I started to realize that disease is the illusion, I learned to expect healing. This contains a lot of the shifts of consciousness that I went through on my journey. It's been helping thousands of people. If you've not yet read it, here's your invitation. You can find it on Amazon or any of the major booksellers. So it's a great starting point to start shifting your perspective so that you can start expecting better. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you for joining me for another Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. You can find me at connectingyou2you.com. Thanks so much. If you like this, please like my channel and please share this. If it was helpful to you, it may be helpful to others as well. Thank you so much. Until next time, create for yourselves a spectacular week because you can. Bye for now.